what is an agent and what isn't an agent, and what do they do and what don't they do. I think that the biggest misconception is that we're a provider of free things. So I don't understand where it came from and when it came in, but players just think agents give them boots, and boots are very expensive. And I think if a parent and a player is just looking for an agent to get some free boots, you're starting that relationship very much on the wrong footing, because you're looking at it from a transactional perspective of what can this person give me from a materialistic point of view. I think if you're looking for an agent for different reasons, I think that's what you have to look for, is what is it as a parent, depending on what the age is as well. So a player can sign for an agent from more or less the year of their 16th birthday, but they change the rules a bit in terms of the academic year that they turn 16. It gets a bit complicated. But if we just go from the year of their 16th birthday, or in and around it, or when they can sign a professional contract. But I think if you're looking from that point of view, I'd say under 16, there is a big aspect that parents need support, because if you're, I'd say like a Cat 1 academy and the player's doing very well and they might be playing for their country and they haven't agreed to sign their scholarship yet, they would cost a certain amount of money on compensation. And if other teams are coming to talk to them or saying, well, actually, we're interested in you, the parent needs support, and they need legal advice, they need agency advice to make a decision on whether the pathway for their child is correct at staying at the club they're at, or is it better to actually look at another opportunity where there might be a better pathway and there's a certain limit on the compensation they might cost. And if they don't make that move at under 16 level, then they might be stuck at that club from a compensation perspective until they reach 24, unless they're out of contract and again, someone's willing to pay money. So I think there's certain aspects there where all of a sudden I've just presented one situation and there's a lot of things for someone to consider. And if you're parents of a child that has never had this experience before, it can be incredibly overwhelming. So straight away, you're going from that situation or a pair of free boots. So if someone is looking for that support and advice to understand what on earth they do, I think the parent needs the advice as much or more than the child does at that age. If the child has signed a scholarship at a club and then they're looking to, they're doing well and they're looking to sign a first year professional contract, again, unless they're playing for their country and doing very well, the first pro contract is normally non-negotiable. You might be able to negotiate certain appearance-based triggers or certain situations that can reward the player based on performance, but sometimes the first pro isn't negotiable, and parents might not understand that, or some agents might come in and promise that they can get them a better contract, whereas normally the reward is getting the first pro. And then if you get your foot in the door of getting the pro, then it's about performing and doing very well. And once you've done that, then it's about an agent being able to negotiate based on how well you've done. So I think it all goes back to what support are they looking for? What gaps are parents looking to fill? And to be honest with you, if there aren't any gaps to fill at that time and a parent feels like they've got a good handle on what's going on, they don't necessarily need to get an agent yet.